The medieval love letter was a sophisticated form of communication that reflected the cultural, social, and literary values of the time. This expression of love was intricately linked to the ideals of chivalry and the courtly love tradition, which shaped the interactions between knights and noblewomen. During the medieval period, particularly in the 12th to 15th centuries, courtly love flourished alongside the rise of feudalism. This societal structure emphasized loyalty to lords and ladies, and love often became an extension of these allegiances. The writings of poets like Andreas Capellanus and the tales of chivalrous knights in Arthurian legends popularized the idea of noble love as a noble pursuit, marked by both devotion and sacrifice. Medieval love letters typically followed a formal structure, often opening with a salutation that acknowledged the beloved's beauty or virtue. For example, a knight might begin with, "To the fairest lady who holds my heart captive." This formal tone set the stage for the declarations that followed. The salutation was often flowery, laden with compliments that exalted the lady's qualities, such as beauty, wisdom, and grace. Following the introduction, the knight would express his feelings, often using elaborate metaphors. Phrases like, "Your smile is the dawn of my existence," illustrated the intensity of his emotions. A hallmark of these letters was the acknowledgement of the knight's emotional turmoil. He might write about the agony of longing, the pain of separation, or the joy of fleeting moments spent together. This element added depth and relatability to his declarations. The knight would often make promises of loyalty and service, vowing to defend his lady's honor and uphold her virtue. Such pledges reinforced the connection between love and chivalric duty. The letters often concluded with a plea for reciprocation or a request for a meeting, filled with hope and longing. A typical closing might be, "Until we meet again, I remain your faithful servant." Many knights were also skilled poets or musicians. They would often incorporate verses from their letters into songs or recite them at gatherings. The troubadour tradition celebrated these expressions of love, creating a shared cultural experience that allowed the themes of courtly love to flourish. Small painted images of the beloved that the knight would carry, serving as a constant reminder of his devotion. Symbolic gestures, with specific flowers representing various emotions, roses for love, lilies for purity, rings or lockets that embodied loyalty and commitment, reinforcing the promises made in the letters. The act of writing a love letter was not just personal, it also had social ramifications. It could elevate a knight's status or romantic reputation. A well-crafted letter could attract admiration, not only from the beloved, but also from peers. Conversely, a letter that failed to resonate could lead to social embarrassment or ridicule. The themes explored in medieval love letters laid the groundwork for modern notions of romance. The ideals of longing, unrequited love, and the pursuit of beauty influenced later literary movements, including the Renaissance and Romanticism. Poets like Shakespeare and the Romantics drew upon these traditions, continuing to explore the complexities of love. Medieval love letters represent more than mere expressions of affection. They are windows into the emotional landscape of a bygone era. Through their poetic language, the blending of love and duty, and the society